investigating a dog smuggling ring.
Well, it's Sparks, man. He's gone down with rabies.
I had lunch with him.
Rest assured, Mr. Bognor, rabies can only be transmitted through very, shall we say, very intimate contact between two human beings. And I gather you only met Mr. Sparks once, over lunch.
That's right.
Good. And I don't suppose he bit you?
Not that I remember.
Good.
What about dogs, though? I visited a kennel yesterday, full of dogs.
In Dorset?
In Dorset? No, why?
Well, we think we've traced the source of the problem to a dandy Dinmont owned by the Duchess of Dorset. Now, Mr. Sparks visited her 3 days ago. The creature bit him.
Oh, what, a dandy Dinmont?
Sort of terrier. Mind you, we can't be absolutely sure it was the Duchess's dog. Not until we get the post-mortem.
On Sparks?
No, on the dog. No, Sparks is still alive. And with any luck, he'll stay that way. Oh, we can cure rabies now, you know. If we catch it early enough.
Look, I know this may seem absurd to you, but I'd feel an awful lot happier if I could have a shot of something.
Brandy?
No, I meant...
No, just my little joke, Mr. Bognor. Yes, of course. I'm sure your doctor can get hold of some of the serum.
No, that's no good. I'm already investigating this affair, Dr. Simmons. I might be faced with rabid dogs at any moment. Couldn't you...
Why, of course, if it'll set your mind at rest. Mind you, the dog in question has already been put down. Miru serum, please. 2 mils should do, thank you. Well, jacket off, shirt sleeve up.
Oh. What about Mr. Sparks? Morning. What about Mr. Sparks, Doctor? Have you caught it early enough? I mean, how is he?
Not too bad, considering.
Can I see him?
Well, he did get rather violent an hour or 2 ago. Often happens, I'm afraid. He assaulted an orderly. Had to sedate him, I'm afraid.
Oh, dear. I was supposed to try and have a chat with him. He's got some information. It's important.
Trousers down.
I'm sorry?
Trousers down.
Oh. Well, drop in tomorrow morning. Poor chap should have come around by then. Sorry. Yes. Lie down.
All right.
Game of darts.
What? Oh.
Not afraid of injections, are we?
You'll be all right, will he? Sparks, I mean.
I don't know. Ready?
Siren?
They'd almost got me.
Who had?
The dandy Dinmonts. I was being chased by a pack of dandy Dinmonts. And the Duchess on a rocking horse.
It's all right now. It's only a dream.
Ever been to Pittlehampton, Bognor?
Where?
The Duchess of Dorset's little pile, Pittlehampton Manor. It's on the map.
What about the hospital, sir? Dr. Simmons said that I could have a talk to Sparks this morning.
I've already spoken to Simmons. Our friend Sparks is still a bit under the weather, comatose. But never mind, we've got a new man at the Kennel Club, Wotherspoon. I've got him checking all the recent show reports from abroad. See if any dandy Dinmans have been picking up the prizes lately. I'll be a good chap. Get yourself down to Dorset.
Must I? I mean, the rest of the dogs may be rabid by now.
Where would they have caught it, Bognor? We're talking about Pittlehampton, not Karachi. There's no rabies up the Piddle Valley, man. Somebody has smuggled one of those dogs in and out of the country. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Well, then, on your bike, what are you waiting for, Bognor?
Can't the police handle it?
There is no proof yet about the Duchess's dogs, Bognor, and I hope you'll remember that. Don't go about making accusations. It's not part of your job. Just you spy out the land and report back to me.
Yes, sir. Could I call in on Surblington on my way down, sir?
Surblington?
Yes, there's a poodle breeder there, Mrs. Ailsa Potts, who lost her best dog rather suddenly yesterday morning.
So what?
Well, she buried him without calling in the vet, as though she had something to hide. Well, the thing is that Sparks put me onto it, sir. He was sure that there was something fishy going on.
Oh, was he? Then we'd better exhume the beggar. But, Bognor, do tread carefully. We don't want to give the department a bad name.
The kiss of the sun for pardon, the song of the birds for mirth. You are nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth.
Do you always bury your dogs in such style?
How else would you lay your friends to rest, Mr. Bognor?
How long has the cemetery been here?
Oh, 1930 odd. I inherited it from Mavis Briggs Percival, the missionary. She bred Peaks. She's buried here. No, not here. Over there, by the willow. Here we go. Well done, Andrews.
But I thought...
Yes, Mr. Bognor. You thought what?
A cake tin?
And yesterday I quite definitely saw Whately Wonderful being laid to rest in an orange box. Naranka.
When are you coming back?
Oh, tonight, I hope. After I've seen the Duchess.
Now listen carefully. Wotherspoons come up with the goods. A dandy Dinmont won 2 weeks back at Cairo, Illinois, and then again 5 days ago at Lima. Well, it's unheard of. Dandy Dinmonts aren't even popular abroad. Now, for once in your life, Bognor, try to be careful. I have a nasty feeling this business isn't as banal as it may seem.
Thanks for the thought.
Not today, thank you.
I'm not selling anything. I just want to ask a few questions.
Hang on a jiffy. Guy, Mannering, talent, Bailey. How nice it. Mannering.
I'm awfully sorry. I'm afraid I'm not terribly good at dogs.
So observe, the absolute A1 cardinal rule is not to let them see you're afraid of them. They've rumbled you already. Well, come on in. Where are you? Huh? Just a sec. I'll see if we have alcohol. Almost all the dear dead Duke left me. He finished him, of course.
Is that by Coriander Accordingly?
She's frightfully clever, Coriander. Do you know her?
Well, I've met her. I wouldn't actually say I know her.
Not in the biblical sense. She's a fine specimen. I'm most dreadfully sorry. I don't think I know your name.
Oh, no, of course not. How stupid of me. It's Bognor. Simon Bognor.
How nice. And I'm Dora Dorset. You don't by any chance breed Bassets, do you? There's a Bognor near Bournemouth who breeds Bassets. Any relation?
No.
Oh, well.
Sure.
I think gin improves with age, don't you? Now, come and sit down and tell me what I can do for you.
Well, I work for the Department of Trade. I'm a special investigator.
Really? In all my years, I don't believe I've ever met a solitary soul from your department, much less a special investigator. Do go on.
Well, I'm investigating a matter which could well affect you. As you may know, a kennel club official, Mervyn Sparks, is seriously ill with rabies.
Silly fellow. I've no doubt he caught it on one of those damn fool foreign trips of his. I mean, you're asking for trouble going to places like that. I haven't been abroad for 15 years. It's a very overrated pastime. Do you travel much?
Scarcely at all. The thing is, Your Grace, I understand that Mr. Sparks came here 4 or 5 days ago and was bitten by one of your dogs.
Are you suggesting that one of my dogs gave him this disease?
Well, with respect, your Piddlehampton Peter had to be put down because he had rabies.
No, Mr. Worthing.
Bognor.
No. Forgive me, Bognor. Let's not rush our fences. Suspect rabies. There has to be a post-mortem, then we shall see. I have my doubts.
But you did feel a post-mortem was necessary.
Well, of course the dog went quite mad and bit poor Louise. Naturally, the authorities had to be informed. I fear they have overreacted, but we shall see.
Is Miss Cordingley staying with you?
Coriander? Good heavens, no. She usually stays at the Priory Hotel in the village.
Usually?
Well, it takes time to prepare a portrait. There have to be a good many sittings.
What, for a dog?
I'm not referring to dogs, Mr. Bognor. I'm talking about myself. Coriander is painting a portrait of me.
I thought she only painted dogs.
No need to be impertinent, young man.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to be. Is she with you today?
Not possible. Look here, though. Perhaps you care to dine. Tonight, I mean.
Oh, I am sorry. I've got to get back to London.
Oh, it's late to be driving all that way. I really think you'd do far better to stay. They're bound to have a room at the Priory Hotel.
Well, perhaps...
That's settled, then. Yeah, you'll have to take pot luck. I mean, I'm staffless now that poor Louise has gone home to her mother, but I should be able to rustle something up. Shall we say 7:30 for 8?
Fine.
No need to dress. I mean, we're quite informal in the country.
Oh, yes, I've heard the rumours. So have my guests. Leaving in droves. I don't know what they imagine. Rabid animals running amok in the streets.
Oh, I must admit I've had a jab myself.
What absolute nonsense. Here, sign the register. Brought up in India. Got used to it. Mad dogs all over the place. My father used to shoot them on sight. That's it, sign at the top there.
I'm trying to. The pen's run out.
But don't fret. I'll fetch another.
Sure.
Hello. Didn't expect to be seeing you again so soon.
Come in.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hello.
Hello. I just thought as we're both dining at Dora's, I could offer you a lift. Seems silly to take 2 cars.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Miss Cordingley, but I've still got a few phone calls to make.
Coriander, please. Official business.
Yes.
Are you making any progress?
I think so.
Well, it is nice to meet you again. And here, of all places. I was rather dreading dinner. Dora's a god-awful cook. Till later, then.
Hello, Lingard speaking.
It's me, Bognor. Is Parkinson with you?
Yes, he's still here. Where are you?
Priory Hotel, Wareham, in Dorset. I've had to stay over. Look, could you give Parkinson a message in about, 10 minutes? I should be clear by then.
You dirty devil.
Dora, he's here.
Good evening. Sometimes I attempt to revitalize the garden, but as you can see, it's too much for an old woman. And it's absolutely impossible to get work these days. You two have met, I understand.
Oh, yes, indeed. Could I give you a hand?
It's getting cold, and the midges are biting. Let's see if there's some of that gin left.
This is a simply wonderful old house. It's a big fireplace, isn't it?
I say, these bottles don't go far, do they? There's some wine in the kitchen.
Oh, don't worry, Dora. We'll wait and have it with the meal.
Oh, jolly gallant of you. You don't mind if I leave you for a moment while I dish out to entertain Mr. Bognor? I'm sure Mr. Bognor won't mind.
No, certainly not.
Good. Won't be a sec. It's all prepared.
We could have a drink at the Priory after dinner, if you like. Might take away the taste.
Is it hot in here?
Don't be ridiculous. It's absolutely perishing. Dora hasn't had any heat in this house for years.
I feel hot.
Let's feel. You are hot. You feel ill.
You're right, I do feel ill, actually. Oh, blast.
What?
Anti-rabies jab. I had one this morning. It's beginning to play up.
Poor man, it will. I think you should sit down.
Oh, thank you. Aren't you going to ask me why I had the jab?
A trip abroad, perhaps? No. Really, I don't think you're in any danger here. You'll just have to lay off the booze, that's all. Here, let me.
Oh. Here. Somehow I don't think you're a bringer of good fortune. You always seem to turn up when there's death and destruction around.
You mean at Ailsa Ports? You were there too, after all.
Well, that's my job.
Ah.
I didn't know you did human portraits.
You mean Dora? I prefer it, really. After all, I wasn't a slave. The thing is, it's frightfully difficult to get established. One really needs money to do it successfully, which is why I turned to dogs.
How far have you got with Dora?
I've got my sketches back at the hotel. I'll show them to you after dinner, if you like.
Grubs up. Surprising what you can find when you have to. Some of the tins looked a bit rusty, but it was all on the outside.
Courage.
Actually, I thought of turning the beef into hash or fritters, but I don't think I could. I used to in the war when I was in the ATS.
It's very nice as it is.
Dickie bought a job lot when there was an atom bomb scare. Is the wine all right?
Oh, splendid.
Lafitte 61. That's good, isn't it? I'm a champagne girl myself. But I remember Dickie ordering that. It arrived after he died. Sad. What did you say your Christian name was, Mr. Bognor?
Simon, Duchess.
Coriander tells me you're hot in pursuit of a gang of dog smugglers. Well then, Simon, I think you'd better tell us exactly what it is that you suspect. Tinned peaches or fresh orange?
Orange for me, please, Dora.
Same, blank piece. Thank you.
Are you feeling awful?
Yes.
Never mind, we can go soon. I can show you those sketches.
Something wrong with your orange?
Anchored! Do you buy oranges in bulk?
What an extraordinary question. Why do you ask?
No reason. It's just idle curiosity. We're having a post-mortem done, you know, on Ailsa Potts's dead dog. It will be interesting, won't it, to see what shows.
Quiet. Don't you think you need a little lie down?
You must be very cheered, Duchess, by the news from abroad.
What news?
I hear that Dandy Dinmonts are taking off.
Taking off what, Mr. Bognor?
Best of show in Lima, in Illinois.
He's very well informed.
I didn't think you knew anything about dogs.
I didn't.
But I'm finding out.
You're looking quite ill, Mr. Bognor. I take it you're unused to wine. Under the circumstances, I'm inclined to forgive your conduct and these preposterous suggestions.
Preposterous?
I'll admit you've done a lot of homework. But to an objective outsider, the idea does seem rather preposterous.
Who said anything about your being an objective outsider? You've shown a peculiar facility for cropping up in suspicious places.
What do you think of the 100
I think you and Ailsa Potts dug up that dead dog after I'd seen you burying it. I think you brought it down here in its orange box, an anchor, to prevent us conducting a post-mortem on it.
Really? Then what did you exhume this afternoon?
God knows, but I'm jolly sure it wasn't Fred.
All right, then. If you're right, and for some reason best known to you, I dug up the corpse and brought it down to Dora's, where is it now?
Outside in the flower bed where you buried it before dinner!
All right, then. Go and get it.
Children, may I suggest with the wisdom of the years that we retire to our respective beds? I would offer you some brandy, but no.
Dora's quite right, Simon. Let's be friends. It's so much more attractive. Anyway, I'm tired, and you look terrible. So, Dora, dear, if you don't mind, I think I'll head back to the hotel.
Simon, where are you?
Priory Hotel Wareham in Dorset. I had to stay over. Who are you? I called earlier.
Oh, out. I felt like a curry.
On your own?
No. No, I went with Hugo.
Was it nice?
Very. How was your day?
Rotten. Post-injection blues.
Oh.
Any messages?
Oh, yes. The office rang, and apparently Sparks is sinking fast. They didn't catch it early enough.
I wonder. Suppose he dies. Suppose the Duchess realised the dog was rabid when it bit him.
That would be murder.
Yes, I think it would.
Don't think we should take the risk. I vote we dig the box up again and you take it away.
I think the girl's right. No point in taking any undue risk.
We'll compromise.
There's a clock in my car.